Welcome, everyone. I have a few more people coming in, so we'll get started momentarily. We're up to 51 people with us tonight, guys. That means we get to celebrate lots of wonderful accomplishments for our third grade crew.
Okay.
All right, it looks like our waiting room is empty. And if you're waiting on someone to join, we'll continue to let them in throughout the evening too, if you're waiting on another family member to join. So don't worry about that if you don't see them on here yet. But we're going to go ahead and get started. Welcome to our third grade award ceremony at Brighton. If you're new to us, we do two different award ceremonies. Tonight is really celebrating and highlighting the accomplishments that our students have made in our specials classes, which is our PE, art, music, Spanish courses, adventure PE, games, all sorts of the activities that you saw them do. And then we're also going to have another awards program that takes place within the classroom, where they're celebrating the academic achievements of the students and their growth for the year and their character for that. So we are going to have two, and I believe this is the first because third grade celebration at the classroom level is sometime next week, I believe. And we'll make sure you guys know that date before we all leave. So just a few things to make sure that we have a successful awards event. We do need to make sure that we stay on mute because the echo makes it hard for the people presenting to be able to stay focused and make sure that they say everything correctly. But we also need to make sure that people know we're really proud of the accomplishments of everybody on this screen. So this means we get to really kind of hype up and amp up our nonverbal communication. So when you hear someone's name being called, Miss Arnold's a good person to watch if you're not sure how to do that. But you're going to cheer for them and you're going to clap for them. And it may feel a little bit silly because you may be, on the couch with just your family. But believe me, when someone's name is being called, it's nice to look up and see people excited for you. So we want to do that for each other because we're crew. And again, if you're not sure of how to continue to cheer for people, we have lots of great staff members you can look at who will be modeling the way and being extra silly to help us all have a fun evening. Okay, we're going to stop periodically too to celebrate along the way. And I think we're about ready to get started. So let me remind you, let's get everybody on mute. And third graders, we're making you responsible for keeping your family on mute because I know you are experts on that. Waiting on one of my experts. There we go. Thank you, third grade expert. I think I have one more third grade expert that needs to get their family on mute. There we go.
You want to mute?
We're on mute right now. Oh wait, no. I think it's ours then.
Let's see. I am trying to get to one to help out, and I'll get to it in just a second. All right, we're going to start with our Green Shirt Awards. Our 7C's Green Shirt is the biggest award that we give for character at Brighton. And the first year that you can receive the Green Shirt is in second grade. So this year we have some students who are receiving their second Green Shirt. And let me tell you what makes this award so tough to get. The people who are receiving this award have successfully completed their 7C's deck, which means they did extra projects that within the community and within their family to show that they understand what the 7C's look like at school and at home and in the community. So in a year like this, doing extra projects is really, really tough. So the students who we're going to honor are going to receive a green shirt that they can wear any day at school. And the only way you can get a green shirt is by earning it tonight at awards. You can't find them in the clothes closet. Big brothers, big sisters aren't supposed to give them to you. They have to be earned. So when you receive this green shirt, you have to make sure that you protect the honor and the integrity of the award and make sure that only you wear the green shirt. Okay. I also want you to know that the students who are about to receive this award, that they worked hard in demonstrating positive behavior all year and didn't have to come to the office for a lot of problem resolution and conflict resolution to improve their character. They were really able to manage that on their own, which is wonderful. All right, so let's see who gets their 7C's green shirts. We have Faith Billingsley in Miss Mars' class earning her green shirt. Let's give Faith a hand. Awesome. You guys definitely have the body language going. Thank you for cheering for Faith. We also have Sanai Gods joining us. Sanai Gods. Congratulations from Miss Mars' class. Wonderful. Kennedy Stallings, also from Miss Mars' class. Way to go, Kennedy. Congratulations on earning your green shirt. Let's see who we have next. All right, that is it. So that is a tough award. We just had 3 students in 3rd grade earn that award. So that shows you how tough that's to get. The good news is in 4th grade, you have a chance to earn it again. So we want to make sure that you continue to work on that. Let's give our 7C's Green Shirt Award recipients another hand for that. Way to go, Green Shirt. All right, Coach Cobb is up next to give her award in Adventure PE.
Thank you, Ms. Donald, for that. I want to thank all of you 3rd graders for coming out tonight for the awards. There we have some awesome awards for you from each of the specials teams. And so we're going to kick it off with Adventure PE. Adventure PE is a class that is still very new here at Brighton Academy. Last year we didn't teach it for 3rd grade, but your 2nd graders last year had me and then went to 3rd grade. So I was glad to see familiar faces. My class is really what do you as a class want to learn? What do you want to teach to get out of Adventure PE? So go ahead and dive into our camping and units, which we dive a lot more into when you get into 5th grade and middle school. So I was really happy to do those, see that initiative from that young age group from them. So our first award today goes to Anthony Matthews, which was one of those groups that did camping from Miss Mars' class. He always wanted to come in. He had questions. He had answers too. We all watched the video, and he was very engaged in wanting to know the answers or solutions to the different sets. And I don't know if this was a good thing or a bad thing, but they all really wanted to learn how to build a fire. So one thing that I want to do in middle school is do how to safely build a fire and things like that. So we definitely talked about how important that is. So I just want to thank Anthony, of course, for going above and beyond and bringing that to Miss Mars' class. And then our second award in my class is Miss Cash Moore. She came from Miss Kyler's class. Where we were working on goal setting and just trying to figure out how to do better in making those SMART goals and being more confident in our math skills, where I was still kind of working on that curriculum a little bit. So it was that pull and take from the class, and they did so well with me, giving me grace there. So she really did very well, as well did Miss Kyler and stuff. So I just want to shout out to Miss Cashmore on that. So those are my two awards there. And Miss Evans from the art department will be going next.
Well, it was certainly a challenge for third grade. Most of the third grade classes experienced art on a cart this year, as opposed to being able to come to the art room. And I was really very impressed with their ability to sort of shift their mindset to art without having that process of going from their regular homeroom to the art room, having me sort of burst in with my big cart with all the stuff on it, and not having the environment of the art room with the artwork all around us. And third grade did really well with making that shift. In third grade, we focused primarily on multicultural projects. We looked at Aboriginal artwork. We looked at quilts made by the ladies of Gee's Bend down in Alabama. And the kids did a really good job, and hopefully they learned about some other cultures as well as learning about art itself. So my first award for third grade, I gave to Owen Wright in Mrs. Jones' class. Owen, I was so impressed with your commitment to completing the projects and to the craftsmanship. You kept going back and improving them. And when you would finish one project, you would even go back and take a look at the previous project and put some more work into that. And it was just awesome and impressive. So congratulations. My next award, I am giving to Rhett Holmes. Rhett, I don't know how you did it, man. I mean, you were busy in the art room. When you were in the art room, you were very busy. As you know, you're a very social guy, and you like to know what everybody else is doing and what everybody else is up to. But nonetheless, that did not stop you from really producing some very high quality work, particularly the second round when we had art. You did an absolutely beautiful job. We did some perspective exercises and some color projects based on warm and cool colors. And Rhett, every single one of them, you really just knocked it out of the park, and they are beautiful. So congratulations. I can only imagine what you're going to do in fourth grade. And last but not least, Catherine Exantis. Catherine, this was a tough call only because you won the art award last year. And I sort of thought, oh, should I really give it to the same person 2 years in a row? But I went back and looked at your work a couple of times, and it would just be plain wrong not to acknowledge you again this year. Your work is absolutely beautiful. Your enthusiasm, particularly on that pixel drawing project, was just amazing. I know Mrs. Arnold in particular even picked up on it when she was just sort of skipping through student work. So 2 years in a row, but you absolutely deserve it. So congratulations, Catherine. And I will now pass the baton to Mrs. Young.
Well, good evening, families, and welcome. I think it's safe to say for all of us that it's been an interesting year, but again, third grade, we obviously right here, all of the awards given so far, we can see the effort that you guys have put in, and the goal is always high quality. And I can say hands down, third grade, you have put in some high quality work. So this year, music, of course, was different. We know that singing in the classroom was not highly recommended. So we had to figure out a way to create a musical community. So what I decided to do was to work on music literacy with third grade, which you don't usually introduce it until a little bit later. I am very proud to say that our third graders, they understand notation and notation value and can even compose a 4-note rhythm pattern. To do this, they have to work with simple fractions, some addition, moving some things around, and then not only sing it, but play it and count it. So those 3 layers help to sound down the information. We had a lot of fun with rhythm sticks and clapping. And there were some outstanding students, and I wish I could acknowledge everyone, but we'll do the standouts tonight. So for my first award, I would love to present to Lucas Bokum. Now, he is new to band, And I have to say that his ability to read notes has probably helped him a whole lot in being a fine musician. I look forward to what you do in the years to come. This award is for demonstration of skills according to the Georgia Standards for Excellence in Music. So congratulations to Lucas. Wonderful job. My next award goes to Ava Wood. Ava is so enthusiastic. I have to give someone else a chance in class to answer. I would say, okay, let's try a new hand. But her enthusiasm around music was infectious. That whole classroom in all of third grade, they were so upbuilding. I was very excited to enter the classroom because they were always hungry to make music. Even though we weren't singing, we were still making music. So Ava Wood, congratulations, wonderful work. And my third recipient, oh my goodness, I thought this was just a little quiet, still water in the back. But when we started talking about rhythms, Muhammad Musin, wonderful. Again, always wanting to answer, could figure out those rhythm patterns, sing them and play them. So congratulations. I see that you guys, all three of you are on your way to some music literacy. I look forward to hearing you in band. I'm going to pass it over to Mr. White. Mr. White and I work very closely together. So it's nice to see our students move from one to the other and then back again. So I bring to you Mr. White.
Thank you, Ms. Young. Very happy with our third grade class this year. Myself and Ms. Young, we are trying to build two dynamic programs at the older level, and we both understand that it starts with the younger ones, and they set the tone for what's to come. And the building blocks is what we try to teach them early as far as elementary school. This year, with third grade, we worked on the instrument families. We categorized the different families. We talked about, learned, discussed the different attributes of each instrument and why they would fit in certain families. And the students were able to identify them by visually, as well as being able to hear the tones that the instruments make. And so very proud of all of our third graders, like Ms. Young said. Tonight, we're just recognizing a few. And my award is the Outstanding Musician Award. And our first one goes to Miss Brenya Elliott. Brenya, she is a musician. She is a musician. She's a piano player. I had the privilege to have her as in my private lesson program as well. But in class, she's phenomenal answering questions. Very interested in the topic of music and the subject and the ins and outs of it. And so I'm very happy to have her in class this year. My next one is Dalton Epperson. Dalton was 100% online, I believe. He stood out online in all of our Zooms, okay? He's one that was raising his hand, fully participating, answering questions, right on the money. You know, when I asked a question to the class, he had his hands up. He was like representing the Zoomers. And so I'm very, very proud of Dalton. And Dalton actually participated in class sometimes in the car, in the back seat. He was right on the money still, even though he was riding in the back seat. He was there in class in spirit, answering questions and doing what he's supposed to do. It's a good job, Dalton. And our next Outstanding Musician Award, Ileana Zimbram. Ileana always give me 150%. Always. Very attentive. Listens very well. Answers questions. You can tell she's interested. Her eyes always light up, and you know, whenever we introduce subjects and different things related to the instrument families, and this very proud to award this to her this year, and look forward to her doing more with music as the time goes on. And our next one goes to Holly Dignan. I want to say I had Holly since kindergarten, and ever since kindergarten, Holly has always been a really good participant with music. Once again, answering questions, always participating, never had any issues, giving 150%. Very proud of Holly and looking forward more from her as the years to come as it relates to music as well. And let's not forget Catherine. I think Miss Evans had mentioned her earlier as an art student, makes total sense. Catherine's also in the elementary band. Now, she's really good with music. So at some point, I'm looking forward to her participating either with myself or Miss Young. But I wanted to point this out. We had this activity game called Instrument Millionaire, and it's based off of the show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And this particular game, I played it all the way from 3rd grade all the way to 8th grade. And talk about some frustrated 8th graders. I mean, it was funny to watch, you know, because they'll go for a higher, you know, bid and lose all their money. And I tell them, hey, you got to win it in order to be the champion. Well, Catherine, 3rd grade, made it all the way to $1 million. She was the first person in the school to do it. And yeah, I went back to the 8th graders and 7th graders and, you know, bragged about her. So good job, Catherine. And look forward to more from her this year, in the coming year, shall I say. Kennedy Stallings, another one of my kindergartners, who always gave 100% every single year, never had an issue, very, very interested. I'm hoping at some point, maybe she'll get involved with our drama program. A lot of talent is there, great personality. So I think that she'll probably do well up in that, and hopefully stick with music and participate in any other band or chorus as the years come on. And let's not forget Palia, okay? Our former Madam First Lady in the Black History program a year ago. Palia is also a band, elementary band student. When we have in our Zooms, because she was also 100% online, Palia is always participating, answering questions just like that. Reading music was not an issue. And this is one that I really, really look forward to having as the years come on and go on. And very, very proud of Palia and everything that she was able to accomplish this year with music. Good job, Palia. And there's more. Taylor Moore. Taylor was another 100% online Zoomer. By all that funny type of business we know that happened with Zoom classes. So good job, Taylor. I'm very, very proud of you. And we got our slide back. I am going to pass it on to the one, the only Coach Joshua Kiker, PE.
Thank you, Mr. White. Good evening, 3rd grade. So PE was definitely a different year for PE this year. I had to learn a lot. I think along with all teachers, but especially PE teachers, because we had to change our game plan up a little bit. Having starting the year all virtual, and then going to a hybrid model. And then like Mr. White said, going to the point where we were teaching students in person and live at the same time on Zoom. It was a different year for me. I learned a lot. Hopefully my students learned as much as I did, because I had to learn a lot about technology and how to teach PE and make it effective for my students. And 3rd grade did a great job for me. 3rd grade was willing to, they were usually my best group out of all the grades, showing up to Zooms and just ready to go and excited, and had a lot of fun with them. So thank you to all my 3rd grade students. You know, PE this year, because of the all virtual in the beginning, it really took a fitness, the larger part of it was a fitness component. And just trying to make it fun for the kids, give them something they could do at home to stay active. And then it led into setting goals and really hoping that they would take an ownership of their own fitness levels and activity levels at home. When we came to the hybrid model and I got to see some of my students in person, we were able to start getting back into some more fun individual skills, such as jump roping. We did a little ultimate frisbee in there, some throwing and catching. We got to get back to some of that. So we ended up incorporating some skill in there as well. So tonight I got 2 students that I want to recognize for their skill, for their effort and just their hard work throughout the school year. So my first award goes to Caden Gray. Caden did such a great job this year. Caden has always been, I've had him since he was in kindergarten, I believe. He's always been an athletic kid. In class, he's always focused. He works hard. Caden's always listening to directions. And he's a silent leader. He leads by example in class. He's always doing the right thing. Just great participation. Caden, I appreciate you working so hard for me this year. Great job, Caden. My next award goes to Amelia Merton. Amelia did a great job this year in PE. When we came back from the hybrid model, and I actually had Amelia in person, I was impressed with, they all got taller, but she had gotten taller, and they're just so much older now to me than it felt like so long since I had seen them. But Amelia had really developed into a little athlete. And I don't know if I just missed that when she was little bitty, or if, that was always there, but she was excited to be in class, just a breath of fresh air. She participated 100% in everything that we did. No matter what game or activity or fitness we were doing, she was involved, and just showed great athleticism during those classes, and just a willingness and excitedness to participate. So great job, Amelia. Thank you for working hard for me.
And genuinely so hard to pick these awards. These are just standouts. I think every student was probably a rock star in third grade. I had such a good time. So we will start off with my first award in PE games with Mr. Nehemiah Smith. He is awesome. I think me and Miss Gore used to talk about how Nehemiah played equal with everyone. He was fun to play with, and he fought for his place with the boys, and he fought for his place with the girls, and he fought with the athletes, and he fought with people who maybe didn't like to play sports as much. And it was just so fun to see him play equal with everyone. My next one was Miss Cashmere Moore. She is a dancer. She is goofy. She keeps everyone in line. And she was always willing to go along with whatever silly games I came up with that day, because y'all know that's kind of how my class ended up being, is we're going to play tag, but we're going to play it like bunnies this time, things like that. So Cashmere was always willing to go with whatever I might come up with. Next up is Miss Raven Jones. She gives her all in dance. If you've seen Miss Raven Jones dance, you will never forget her dancing. She gives her all 110%. She is always the first one to ask when we're starting the Zoom so that she can be in the front and she can do it with whoever's on Zoom. She's so inclusive of the rest of the class. And so it's been a joy to teach her this go round. And then last but not least, I have Miss Madison Hackett, who is excited now. She just fell out of her chair, I think. It's been so fun to have Miss Madison too. She was also one of my dancers. During our Just Dances, she would go out. If she wasn't at home, she didn't care. She was willing to dance in front of whoever would watch her. And I think I saw her in parking lots sometimes, just excited to be there and excited to participate. And it was truly a joy to have her also. So Miss Mundy is going to be next, our Spanish teacher.
Hola, chicos. I'm Miss Mundy. I am the Spanish teacher, and I'm new at Brighton this year as well. But I want to thank everyone in third grade for making me feel so welcome this year and introducing me to Brighton. And it's been so great getting to know everyone. In Spanish this year, we learned a lot of things. We started out, I was kind of feeling out what they knew and what they didn't, what their background was in Spanish. So we started with a lot of review. So we did colors, and we sort of branched out with all different kinds of ways that we can talk about colors. And we also learned about different kind of went together. We read a story from when they were younger. We read Spanish. And they did really amazing with that. They can read the whole story completely in Spanish. So that was really great. And we also learned how to say what we like and what we don't like. And we had a really great time this year. So for the awards, I picked students that that I thought showed a lot of that's okay. That showed a lot of initiative or interest in Spanish, or that just really got it. Some people are just language learners and they just pick it up so easily. So my first award is to Avery Anderson. Avery did a really great job in Spanish this year. She was just so excited every time we started Spanish. She would, from the moment I walked in the door, sometimes she would have questions or want to talk about something, or she just was always ready to participate. Avery, you did a really great job this year. My next is to Sarah Pino. Sarah is amazing at Spanish, and she even went so far as to start learning Spanish online on her own. She just took a lot of initiative. Sarah, you did a really great job this year. My next award is for Giorgio Garcia. Giorgio, you are so helpful in class, and you are also very good at Spanish. You're very good at listening. You can hear it really well, which is really impressive. That can be really hard for some people, and you've been so great. And next for Mohammed. Mohammed, you did really great in Spanish as well. You also have a really good ear for Spanish. And also you would come up and ask me questions after we were done with the class and just showed a lot of really great initiative. It was really impressive. Also for Lucas Bokum, you did a really great job in Spanish this year too. Always really enthusiastic and really smiley, and lots of really interesting questions you would ask. And you did good with your pronunciation this year too. Really good job, Lucas. And also another one for Catherine. Catherine is always ready to participate. She's always super smiley. She's always keeping everybody ready to go, and asking lots of really interesting questions too. And she really, I think, has a knack for Spanish too. She just sort of gets it. And next is a very special award. It's for our All-Stars, and I'm presenting this one as well. The All-Stars for specials are when the specials teachers come together and we talked about who really stood out across all the specials. So this is a really a great award, because that means we all came together and we said, yes, this kid is amazing. So these are our All-Stars. Faith Billingsley. Congratulations, Faith. Everyone agreed that this year has been a really great year for you. Always participating, always doing a really excellent job. Good job, Faith. Also, Sinai Goes. And Sinai, I believe, was mostly online. I don't believe I saw Sinai in person, but just amazing to get this award as an online student. Really, really great job. And you also did amazing in Spanish, Sinai. Always asking lots of questions. Really proud of you. This is for Landon Gavina. Very, very good job, Landon. Everybody agreed. Excellent, excellent in every single thing that we did. Really proud of you, Landon. And Carly Jones. Yes, Miss Carly. Carly was also one of those kids that, for me in Spanish, always asking questions. She's always trying to speak, which a lot of kids don't like to do. She was always trying to speak Spanish and learn new words, and she would try to put sentences together. So really amazing job, Carly. And this last bit is our closing statement.
Yeah. Well, thank you, everyone. Sometimes we're so busy, it's hard to fit in the time to stop and celebrate. And in times like this, it's also one of the most important things to do. So I just want to thank the students, the families, my staff. We all stopped and celebrated each other. Congratulations to the teachers. Your stories of what you were able to teach and learn in this environment is inspiring and enlightening. I learned things and I'm in the building with you on what you are doing in your program. And students hearing how you are able to step up as leaders in the classroom, helping with technology or within your sportsmanship and good character or your technique and your skills. It's a beautiful thing to hear. So thank you everyone for stopping to celebrate each other. And we're going to finish up with unmuting ourselves and head out with the sound of a filled auditorium of people celebrating each other. So let's unmute ourselves and cheer for each other.
Third grade.
Go, everybody.
Go third grade.
Third grade.
Thank you,
job.
everyone.
What are
Thank
you
you
eating?
for
A
your
donut?
kindness. Thank you for making this year the best it could be. That's it, guys. Good night, everyone. Thank you. Good night.
Bye.
Night.
Wednesday.